Okay, this afternoon I'm playing a ROM hack of Sonic. I guess technically a ROM hack of Sonic 3, I think, that essentially imports the levels. You can see I played it a little bit there. Imports the levels of Sonic 2 into the framework of Sonic 3 and adds a lot of the stuff that Sonic 3 used to improve on, I don't know, just the games in general. Things like little touches like mid-level bosses or transitions between levels, which is something Mania brought back as well, because we love to know how we were getting from one place to another. Usually a big cannon or falling off of something. And added, also second act remixes of all the level themes, which is dope. But it's pretty cool. So it's the sprites and physics and stuff like that from Sonic 3, but the levels from Sonic 2. I've always preferred Sonic 3 and Knuckles to Sonic 1 and 2 anyway. That was my first two, well, actually my first 2D Sonic game was Sonic CD. That doesn't fit into this conversation, but it is a fact about me. Like right here, okay, this is a little boss they added into Sonic 2. This is the horrible little mini-boss from Sonic 3's Angel Island Zone, but now he's got the big spike, I think, from like Marble Garden Zone. I meant to do that. I'm also not good at these, but I do like them. But he's got, he's like basically the Sonic 1 boss, or the very late game Sonic and Knuckles Sky Sanctuary Mecha Sonic boss. They love the big swinging ball. They love to bring that back. I think they did that in Sonic Advance as well, in Neo Green Hill Zone. Anyway, it's neat. I haven't played very much of it, but I'm enjoying it. Sonic 2 is probably my least favorite of the Genesis Sonic games. Not for any actual, I think, quality reason, but I played it a lot when I was a kid on a friend's Sega Genesis Mark III, which is an ugly little thing. I have one. I think it's actually broken. I have more Sega Genesis Model 1s than anything else, which is my favorite of those, because I think it's the coolest looking. It looks like something you might find maybe mounted inside Mad Max's Pursuit Interceptor. I don't know, it looks dangerous and like low technology. But I don't know. I have a lot of memories of getting like angry at, say, Mystic Cave Zone or Hilltop Zone. It's still a wonderful game. I like being able to see Hilltop Zone kind of in the background there. I think I wrote something about that once for a website, but I don't know. Sonic 3, I just always grabbed me more. I like the art style more. I actually like Sonic's sprite in Sonic 3 and Knuckles more, which is again what this is. I think he's more expressive. Closer to what we would get in like later on in Adventure. Not reflected at all in like Sonic 3D Blast sprites of the character. He looked considerably weirder in the 3D in that game. Although I do love Sonic 3D Blast. This is it's like it's dropping us into Hydra City Zone, but instead it's Chemical Plant Zone. I think I also think I've played a lot of Sonic 2 on my phone as well, the port of it, and I just am kind of like burnt out on it. I really, I wish that... I know Christian Whitehead made a proof of concept port of Sonic 3 and Knuckles for iOS and Android, and that was eventually they passed on that and had him make Sonic Mania instead, which dope. Although I do have to wonder, there's that entire thing with Sonic 3 and the music rights involvement with Michael Jackson's estate, which, who's to say at this stage? But you have to wonder if that's why we've not seen... I mean, there's... It got put out in like Sonic Classics on the DS, which I have, but it just doesn't... It did not get re-released in the way that Sonic 1, 2, or CD did, or remastered for that matter, which is a bummer, but I don't know, maybe someday. It's got to be on their list. It's one of the definitively considered good Sonic games by people that think Sonic games are good, which there's plenty of people out there. I actually have not done a special stage in this one yet. Oh yeah, I did read that this is a glitch. Sonic kind of flashes in and out, which is fine. I'm not going to lose my temper over it, since this was just made by an individual, a talented individual, I should add. whose name I've forgotten, and if I remember it, I'll put it somewhere in the description. In fact, I'll probably look it up instead of just saying that I'll try and remember it, because that seems, I don't know, like the least I could do. The Sonic 2 special stages, I should not have brought Tails with me, because he really will put you in a bad spot in these. I was never good at these. I'm good at the I have beaten Sonic 3 and Knuckles with no save states and gotten all the Super Emeralds and gotten, you know, the Hypersonic and all that. I've done that. I'm considerably worse at Sonic 2, and I don't think I'll ever get a whole lot better at it, because it's hard to get better at video games, man. I have to, like, go to work and stuff pretty often, like 6 or 7 times a week at this point, which to me is absurd, but what am I gonna do? But yeah, Tails can really put you in a bad spot in these, because he doesn't exactly follow your lead super close, so he tends to... I wonder with the frame drops if this is going to look like Sonic's not there in the playback of this. Hard to say. I probably won't keep this anyway. Wow, look at that messed up text, too. It's got like a noir feel to it, like some of the neon's burnt out. I would leave that alone if I were the developer of this particular ROM hack. I do think it's neat, though. Like I said, this is the furthest I played into it. I just grabbed it the other day. It's very well put together. You know, I've got a billion copies of Sonic 2 sitting around. That's like, I probably have more I certainly have more copies of Sonic 1 and 2 than I do any other Genesis game. I got 2 copies of 3D Blast, 1 boxed. That bad boy we keep hidden. You know, that's the kind of thing when you're having like cigars and brandy with the rest of the like 19th century writers or whatever that you're hanging out with. That's something you break out near the end of the night and you observe in hushed tones. I don't know what this guy's doing. He doesn't appear to actually be doing anything. Maybe... See, the concepts here are very strong. Just take the framework of Sonic 3 and stretch Sonic 2 over it like a balloon. But obviously, like, you're gonna want a stronger mini-boss than guy who just kind of flies back and forth. Eventually. This, I think, was more of a proof of concept than anything. And of course, when you're doing something like this, you're really, except in a rare case where you do it long enough that you eventually get hired by the parent company to make your own fan game, as some people have put it, you're not really going to see any money out of, you know, ROM hacking. If anything, we'll just teach you concepts that you can use to make your own games later. But at least Sega's like, come on, man, whatever. At least Sega's like generally pretty cool about this sort of thing. They don't have, like, you know, cease and desist get thrown out all the time. Like, there was that one couple that ran that ROM, like that website full of ROMs or whatever, and they got sued by Nintendo in a way that, to me, feels unrecoverable. I mean, if I got a bill for $500 right now, I would consider it unrecoverable. And I think there was in, like, the 6-7 figure range. Which feels excessive, you know. I would just be like, hey, I'll take Super Metroid down, and we can just... You know, maybe we can let this slide. But I don't know how business works. Obviously. That's why $500 would put me in the grave. That, and, you know... this country is designed inherently to keep poor people poor, and use our blood to, you know, just kind of grease the wheels of everything to make sure that rich people continue to get richer. But hey, whatever. That is neither here nor there. Just... spitballing, thinking out loud. I would hate to drown here. I would not... oh, okay. Oop. Oop. Uh-oh. It could still happen. Boy, those bubbles with the broken graphics on it are kind of compelling to look at. Oh, there we go. I'm just gonna let him... Yeah, he's gonna figure it out. There we go. You know, but like, I've gotten good enough at Sonic 2 over the years that I've at least... Sonic is, like, still a very interesting mixture of, like, memorization and Twitch response. Like, you know, I think that, like, you kind of have to be good at an old Sonic game, you kind of have to memorize some of the level. And I think that you can be good enough at Mario that that's not necessarily the case. But the field of view in Sonic is tighter, and it's like built with a lot of traps just to make you feel bad about yourself. And that's why I like Sonic Unleashed so much, half of Sonic Unleashed, because when Sonic Unleashed does work right in those daytime stages, it's a very similar combination of like level memorization and twitch response. Especially like Sonic 1 had, where like the reward of Sonic 1 of being good at it and memorizing the level is just momentum, and you don't... That's good enough by itself. Having that momentum broken is such a terrible feeling. Getting to it and maintaining that state of flow, that's a very exciting, you know, edge of a knife feeling. And I think that's why a lot of people... Oh, okay, coming out of a... That's not bad. I kind of like that. I have a problem with Aquatic Ruin Zone, just personally. I think I love the look of the level and the music, but I used the theme of Aquatic Ruin Zone as the ringtone for my mom for several years. And I don't know why I did that, other than I just like apply, you know, if I was like talking to a person I knew, I wanted my phone to make like a different sound when they were calling. And I picked Aquatic Ruin Zone for my mother, Grounder. So all that means is when I play this level, I think of my mom a lot, which is fine. I saw my mom earlier, she's fine. But it's bizarre how those associations work. I also associate Flying Battery Zone from Sonic and Knuckles with having to get up in the morning, because that was my ringtone for a while. Because that song slaps. Also Silence from F-Zero for that same reason. I should really stop using music for stuff like that and just go back to the bad beeping and booping sounds. But, whatever. Boy, just kind of flew through that one. Anyway, I think I've gotten all the way to the end of this game before, but I found like the final boss, like, I'm just not good at old video games. Or video games in general, I should add. And the final boss of like Silver Sonic and then like, you know, the big old Eggman robot with no rings. I think like the first time I like, boy, just really just cruising. Oh, got that guy. The first time I think I like game overed to that, I don't think I even bothered to use a continue. I was just like, screw it, I'm going to, I don't know, whatever I did. Ice cream truck. I don't know. It's something that I could probably get better at with time, but it's, I don't know, I don't have the focus for it either. Like, my eyes just kind of glaze over if I have to focus on anything for more than about 15 seconds, which is a problem for me in life. But, whatever, we all got problems. Some of us have way bigger problems than that, according to the news. Ooh, that was close. I didn't deserve that. I should have bid it for that one. And I hate that Tails can drown, and that, like, I feel like it's my job to keep him from drowning, but the game does not always make that easy. Oh, that's nice. I like that. I like having that. There we go. And, oh wow, look at that. Sometimes it does make you feel very cool. Alright, what are we doing? Okay. So just... This is a really interesting boss fight, because you can kind of cheese it with the totem poles here. It's much harder with Knuckles when you play as him in Sonic 2, just because he has significantly lower jump height. Most of the game's easier with Knuckles, because you can, like, climb around on stuff. This is also a bizarre thing. This is a bizarre, just conceptually, what's occurring here. The big hammer to make... I don't know, the guy's creative. You gotta give him that. Because he could probably just, like, have Big Gun as what you fight. But he likes to work with the environment, you know. If there's, like, some way he can make the old ruins work for him, he's gonna try. He does that all the time. Sonic Adventure 2, he's got that big... What do they call it? Egg Golem? That terrible, like, Egyptian pyramid man? I love that guy. I mean, I love him as a strong... I think he's very cool. I don't... You know, whatever. Shut up. But, I don't know. This is a neat Mac. I don't know. A lot of these are very interesting just because of the way they retrofit technology or try to make the most of the limitations of the Genesis hardware. I mean, obviously, this is not exactly Genesis hardware, but you understand what I mean. And the level transitions here are not amazing, but they're a nice little touch. And heck, I mean, even Sonic Mania initially didn't have them for everything. I think it's Sonic Mania Plus they added the rest of them. But getting a little bit of that geographical context of like, okay, this new Mirage Saloon Zone place is like pretty close to Oil Ocean. I don't know, I thought it was neat. Whatever, what do I know? Oh, I'm stuck on the old... There we go. Look at that. What time is it? I probably gotta go to work. I hate that idea. Well, anyway. I think this is cool. Thank you for making it, and thank you for creating a situation where I have the ability to play it, let alone take video of myself doing said thing. So, I'll try and find your name and stick it in the comments somewhere down there, or the description, or whatever. I don't know. I'm new at this, and obviously still very bad at it. But eventually, once I've been doing it for a long time and I'm still bad at it, I won't even have this excuse anymore. So I suppose I should enjoy it while I can. Alright, well, be safe out there, huh?